Look out, all you giant sharks, because here comes Jason Statham. The Meg, directed by John Turtlebaum, starring Jason Statham, Bing Bing Lee, Rainn Wilson, Ruby Rose, and Paige Kennedy. This is a movie about a expedition team that is going into the Mariana Trench to explore it. And when they go down there, they see all the sea life that's down there, and then they find a prehistoric shark, a shark that was thought to be extinct for so long, the Megalodon. This shark comes up from the surface and starts attacking the team. So they call upon this one diver, played by Jason Statham, to help out in trying to kill the shark. And we have our giant prehistoric killer shark movie. Pretty much it. Now, when I saw the trailer for this movie, I thought this movie was going to be silly, stupid. Ever since Jaws, Hollywood's been obsessed with making shark movies, to the point that we've now gotten sharks in tornadoes, the Sharknado films, stupid stuff like that. We haven't really gotten a good shark movie since Jaws until The Shallows came out, and that was really the only good shark movie we got. And all the other shark movies have been stupid or not really all that good. So here comes the Megalodon movie. And I have to say, this is a fun movie, but this movie has a lot of problems too. This is not that great of a movie. Let's get into this. One of the things about this plot is that Jason Statham is trying to save his ex-wife who's down in the Mariana Trench. And we got another subplot where he's also falling in love with the lead Asian actress, Bing Bing Lee. So there's a romantic subplot between those two. I thought the actress that played the ex-wife was pretty good in the movie. Bing Bing Lee's, I thought she was pretty good too, but as far as chemistry between Bing Bing Lee and Jason Statham, there really wasn't all that much chemistry, really. I did like the little girl that plays Bing Bing Lee's daughter. I thought she was pretty cute in the movie. I did like how the shark looked. I thought the shark looked great. Some of the other characters were pretty good, and some of the other characters were very, very annoying. Rainn Wilson's character provides some of the comic relief, and he's the cliche billionaire. But to me, he was pretty annoying, and I just hated this character, honestly. When he said stuff like, "Hey, you ever thought of putting a tracer on the shark? Ever watched Shark Week?" And I was like, oh man, this guy is starting to annoy me every time he opened his mouth practically. But I've heard other people say that he's pretty funny, so I guess it's all on how you look at the guy. Paige Kennedy's character I thought was pretty good at times. Other times he was a little bit annoying as well. Ruby Rose I thought was pretty good in the film, even though she doesn't get that much screen time in the movie. When the shark is going after beach of people, I thought that part was pretty good, but one of the main problems with this movie is the fact that this is not an R-rated film. This is PG-13, and I really wish there was an R-rated cut. I really wish the R-rated cut was the cut that got into the theaters instead of the PG-13 cut. They obviously did the PG-13 cut because they wanted more money, but an R-rated cut would have made this movie much better because it would have made the shark better, would have made the attacks on the people better. That might have gotten me a bit more invested in the movie and everything. Maybe there'll be an R-rated cut when the Blu-ray comes out. Maybe I can rent that. Overall, I thought this was an okay movie. It's a pretty fun movie. It's not entirely bad if you end up going to the theater to see it. There is a song in this movie, "Hey Mickey." It's Chinese cut, or it's a cut in an Asian language, and that was kind of funny hearing this song in the movie. I'm going to give this movie a B-. It's a fun movie to see, and that's all I gotta say for The Meg. You ripped off The Ring for a Slenderman movie? Really? Slenderman, directed by Sylvian White, starring Annalise Basso as Katie. You have Joey King as Ren, Jazz Sinclair as Chloe, and Julia Goldini as Haley. So this is a movie about these four girls, Ren, Haley, Katie, and Chloe, who are friends at high school, and they decide to have a sleepover. And they hear about this story called the Slender Man, this guy that may be a demon or something, and if you summon him, he could come after you and make you disappear, or he'll make you be mentally avid, like mentally catatonic almost. So they decide to summon him by watching this video on the internet. And one by one, the Slender Man decides to go after them, either make him disappear or make him become mentally catatonic. They end up seeing these images of the Slender Man, or they end up seeing other images, like they end up seeing like a vertigo image where the hallway becomes longer. One of the things that happens in the movies is the Slender Man's able to hack your phone and to show him coming to your home through a video phone monitor. I have to say, this is a stupid movie. This is not that good of a movie at all. The positives of this movie, there are not that many positives. A couple of the characters are interesting, perhaps. I did like Haley. I thought she was a pretty interesting character. The girl that has a sister in the movie, who becomes a main character through part of the film, mostly the last half of the film. I did like some of the scary imagery. There were some parts that were scary. But then we get into the problems movie. The acting in this movie is not that good. The other characters in this movie are really not all that interesting. Annalise Basso is a terrific actress, and she's wasted in this film. Gladly, she's not in this film that much. It also kind of sucks because she's a terrific actress, but at the same time, she gets to not be in this movie that much. The trailer spoils this. She's actually like the first girl to disappear, and the other three are trying to figure out what happened to her, and they're trying to find a way to bring her back. Joey King, I thought, was not all that good in the movie either. I hated her character. She's a pretty good actress too. I think she was wasted in this film also. She was great in Conjuring 2. She was not all that good in the Netflix film Kissing Booth, really. And then you have the other two girls. The one that plays Chloe was really not that interesting, very forgettable. And then Hallie, which becomes the main character through the later part of the film, the last part of the film. And some of the things in this movie were not all that scary. One of the scenes has Hallie about to make out with a boy, and then the boy starts moving very weirdly. It's very freaky, and that scares her from her perspective. And it's obviously something because of the Slender Man that's messing with her head. And it just looked stupid from my perspective, really, when I was watching it in the theater, really. Slenderman himself really doesn't look all that scary either. There are times when the computer effects on Slenderman really didn't look all that good. At other times, the effects did look good. So really, honestly, this movie's not good at all. I didn't like this movie. I hated this movie overall, really. So I'm gonna give this movie an F. That's all I gotta say for Slenderman. This movie's not worth seeing.